Franchise Report. Reporting live.
Yes, sir. Franchise in the building. Franchise report. In fact, as it goes out another mother effing day. Lovely Leticia in the building. Hot in the ride here today. And special guests in the building. Well, not special. We all know Ferg already.
Thank you.
We all know Ferg. Always a pleasure when he stops through. But today, right now, it's about the one, the only, Lonelle Walker, a.k.a. representing that Windworks. What up, family?
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Another day just trying to get it.
I feel you.
Another day. What's going on with you, family?
Shit, man, taking it one day at a time, man. Just coming up here, addressing some of the stuff that I saw in the episode that was.
We instigated?
Nah, y'all didn't instigate it.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. Y'all didn't even know what was going on.
I had 2 seconds. As soon as I watched it, I was like, oh, they didn't know what was going on. So, but to just clarify for folks that are not understanding, you know what I'm saying? Now, I'm direct because I'm about community and we got to be direct with each other, right? So, Mega Mills came up here and painted a narrative about a city that I transplanted to about 12 years ago, which is New Bedford, Massachusetts, which he was calling Secret City because it's colloquially known as that.
Okay.
And, I'm cool with people having their criticisms, whatever, but one of the main things is like when you're talking about, when you go to you enter someone's space, because he came up here and said he's from New York, right? Mm-hmm. So when you come enter someone's space and you say that they don't have culture because it's not your culture, it's highly disrespectful. Mm. Because the truth is that majority of the brown people in New Bedford are from Cape Verdean culture. It's a different vibe. But that's not to say that there's not hip-hop culture there, because I moved to New Bedford 12 years ago, and the man sitting across me was the first person to open the door and allow my team to step into space, and that blossomed me into a evolution that went from just working in the entertainment industry to being focused on working in the larger industry and a global imprint where we're working with metrics around $30 billion in operating funds that's happening in the state of Massachusetts, and we don't know about it because we're too busy arguing about who's broker.
Like, are you of Cape Verde descent?
I am not. My wife is.
Okay.
Yeah.
My wife is native to New Bedford. I'm originally from Boston. I came from the street, spitting on my background. He remember how rough and raw it was when I came out there, and I was in takeover mode, to be honest with you. I was a little bit on the Charles Bossy mindset when I first came out there because it's a land of opportunity in New Bedford. There's a lot of opportunity there, but
a lot of people don't know about New Bedford either.
But that opportunity is at the expense of the locals, and you don't want to be like that. You know what I'm saying? You want to respect what people are doing there as far as the residents. So when people come there and they paint these narratives about people that I know that are actually in the community putting in work, people don't know how hard it is to do what we do and walk a line and still be able to affect talking when we talk to young people that don't want to hear nothing we got to say. But people like myself and Spit Raw are not out here judging them. We're not in our 40s and going to be arguing with a person who's 10 years, you're 10 years their elder, and you're out here smearing them because they want a Grammy. Oh. They want a Grammy. I don't care if it was participatory or not. That young man did something in his life that he's proud of. And let's talk about hip hop. The theme was, he said he's the LeBron James of New Bedford. Okay, so be Jordan.
Okay, right.
Ball up.
I'm a Jordan fan.
But not in the sense where you're going to get disrespectful to the point where I know that young man's family and you're going to talk in your first song. This is where it gets crazy because you're an elder to that young man. And in your first song, rap or not, we got to stop playing around. We talk about putting people on people's shirts and turning people's family members into packs. Because I promise you, I've come a long way. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to certain people that came out of a certain element. But he's playing that game with a young man that he knows is cocky in his rap bag, but is not like that in the streets. And he knows that.
How long has he been out there for?
Mega Mills. I just know him as Charles. I don't even know.
I know him as Charles, correct.
I didn't meet him out there, so
Charles. On the way up here, we seen Charles walking up the street. We tried to say hi to him, but he wouldn't look at us.
That was the irony.
Right.
The irony. And again, I'm not here shooting shots at Charles. I'm not calling nobody out. I'm calling us in.
Charles comes from a good family, good home.
Charles in charge.
I'm calling
I know
us
his
in.
sister, she's a great person. Yeah. I know his cousins, they're great people. Like, you come from a wholesome family. I don't know why he was up here doing that. Maybe he got a midlife crisis. I'm kind of worried about him. I think his mental health might
it's not. One thing he did say he was upset about is you would not give him a chance to come on your platform.
Yes.
Well, he didn't realize what he was asking me to do, first of all. So why would I even give him a chance to do it? And he couldn't justify one reason why he didn't like the artist Khalif. So I can't let you just slander somebody for no reason.
And you're not from his city. Yeah. What would he look like as a resident of his city, allowing somebody not from his city to come say what he said here? That y'all didn't even know he was going to say.
And I know Khalif's parents personally. They're good people.
Good people.
So
wholesome people.
Did he hit you up like, yo, I'm about to slander somebody, put me on?
Yeah, and I was like, no.
That didn't come to us like that. That didn't.
Well, let's recap. Because if you really talking about block mentality, why is he putting himself? He said he started this with he had an issue with 2 other men having an issue with each other. Khalif had an issue with a local artist. His issue with the local artist, which he left out, was that the local artist is a Latin man that is passable in the community. Good guy. But he just had a critique of him always being commissioned to be the one to paint brown faces throughout the city. Okay, that's cool. They're in the creative space. They can have that conversation. Where do you interject yourself into the conversation to the point where you're talking about putting that boy's parents on a shirt?
Yeah, that made no sense.
That's
to
right.
me.
Yeah, he did.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
yeah, that's
Charles makes meal plans. He makes
This guy's
workout
still staying with
videos.
that
Oh my gosh. Who was
he does.
Who was the other person that he said that does that has a space downtown New Bedford and does events? And I guess Khalif must have said something to that dude as well.
I'm not sure.
That was from WMB1. He just randomly
Oh
called
yeah,
them
it was
too.
WMB.
Those are good
Correct,
people
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I
They're
love
cool.
those
They're cool people.
Okay.
And
Be
again,
mad.
another homegrown grassroots radio station from people that are from that city from a different culture. So he expected to be able to go into the city and then walk into people's spaces that are culturally connected. There's 2 degrees of separation in this city. When you're known for something, you're stuck that way. And you got to work decades to get people to not see you that way. That's how close knit it is. Y'all know what it's like in those circles. So again, when you're in that space and you got somebody who's walking around and he's feeling like he's not being embraced because you're trying to attack their own. You're not from there, bro.
We are
Respect
very,
people's space.
very, very proud of Khalif.
Now
for
let
winning that
me
Grammy.
ask somebody that's from there. Is there a culture out there?
Absolutely.
What is it like?
Absolutely.
What is it like?
So
You went out there. You did. What,
We have
third?
the oldest Cape Verdean parade in the country.
correct.
We have plenty of culture.
Correct. And the largest Portuguese feast in the world.
In the world.
It's larger than the one in Portugal.
So I
Now let's go to hip hop.
I don't think
Now
he
let's
was.
go hip hop.
Because that was
Okay,
there's no
that's
hip
what I was
hop.
gonna
But
say.
you've
He's
already,
talking about hip-hop.
but you've already said though that you have a larger Cape Verdean
That's
population
the one.
out there than
So
you do to,
thank you. So when you do the math, yes, we have a hip hop presence, but it's not going to be as large as the Cape Verdean presence is.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right,
given. That's
and
a
the people that are stewarding that space work very hard to keep that culture alive because we know that it's hanging on the line half the time. Not because anybody's trying to stop it, because we're not the ones big in numbers out there. I've worked in the city for over a decade now. I come from the element. No one has ever tried to impede me from doing anything I want to do. It's a mentality. I know, understand that historically we might have not been welcome downtown, but we have to learn to stop being worried about being invited in the space and walk into it.
Yeah. You're saying.
Shirley Chisholm said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring your own seat. We got to live by that.
Now what is the hip hop scene like in New
So
Bedford?
let me give an example. Right now, there is currently a monthly showcase that happens downtown at Gallery X. It's ran by a gentleman called Hendrik Hernandez. He is the lifeblood of what's going on right now because there's certain things are seasonal.
Okay, so is that what he was talking about? The space where they do hip hop ciphers or whatever the case may be.
Oh, maybe.
That's
Maybe
what
he
he was
was talking
talking
about
about.
that.
Did Khalif say something to him as well?
No, Charles is just mad because nobody will play with him.
This guy
Yes,
did not
nobody wants to
give
play
up
ball.
on that
Okay.
Because of the way
government
he's
name, boy.
approaching people.
Okay.
I had to learn that.
And I shouldn't be laughing.
I went through a year. I went through a year or two of what Charles is feeling.
Go ahead, man. Finish, man.
I went through a year or two of what he's feeling, but at the end of the day, I had to respect decorum. I had to respect people's space. I had to respect that this is their way of living in this city and this is their culture. And then once you respect that, I was able to carve my own lane. This Thursday, we have something in the city. Every Thursday, it's free. All around the city, all the museums and everything are open. It's called AHA Night. I would like to invite anybody here who thinks that there's not culture to come on down to a place called Wings Court in downtown New Bedford for a program that I created and is still running called the 5 Pillars of Hip Hop, where we actually teach the pillars because brother came up here and said fashion was a pillar. Fashion's been predated all of that. It's knowledge. He missed the knowledge.
And this is every week.
Every second Thursday
Every
of the
second
month.
Thursday of the month.
Every second Thursday of the month.
Free. Open
Free.
platforms. You can come to that city and you can respectfully ask to be on the platform if you're not trying to sit there and bring smoke and cause divides in the community.
So you're not a negative city, and you don't push
No.
push new people away. It's just,
Absolutely
it's just
not.
the
We
way they
embrace 'em.
present
When-
themselves
When
they
he
first
came in my
arrive.
inbox, so I've met you before through Lamont.
Yes.
A photo shoot or
Yep, yep.
several different events. But when you came in my inbox, you came very positive, and you was like, "I want to come speak."
'Cause I don't-
What's going on?
I'm not angry at Charles. I understand. And I don't want anybody to take this conversation as angry. I just expect better of us. Especially brothers in my age bracket. What are we doing?
I say it all the time.
What are we doing?
Just say it. We are too old to be doing this.
Way too
we are
old.
too old to be doing this BS.
Bro, we got to get to the bag. I just talked about $30 billion that's being invested at the ports of New Bedford, Massachusetts that has never been invested in the area. Offshore wind is a global entity. There's trillions of dollars in this space, and we can cry about it, or we can get 0.5% of that. 0.5% of $30 billion is $150 million. We don't deserve that?
Oh, yeah.
We going to wait for reparations, or we going to go get it?
And this man
And
can
still get
put you in jobs in that space. He's talked to everybody about
and again, not in the gatekeeper space.
No. In
The same way I came, I am as advertised. What you see in this energy right here, when you go to my social media, I am as advertised. I don't live in this social media world where you fake it another persona online. I have been this person since I've been alive, and I got to the same bold and brashness I have about the community I had when I was in the streets. I've been locked up. I moved to New Bedford with 2 warrants on the run with gun charges. All of that. You know, I cleaned all of that up in a decade. New Bedford saved my life. That's how welcoming they are. They saved my black life.
Now, you also did something, I was trying to say that earlier. You also did something else with, what was it, Third Eye?
Yes,
What
so
was that?
everything. I mean, me and Lamont work all kind of ways. We're villagers villaging. I wear a lot of titles in the city, important titles, don't care. We're villagers villaging. But when I met Spit Raw, he was in his curating the hip hop in the city bag. He was curating the hip hop. That's why it makes sense for him to attack somebody who kind of was a founder of hip hop in that city.
Can I just say the fact that you keep saying Spit Raw? The thing that threw me off was they call
Spit
him
Raw
Spit Raw
Sex.
Sex.
I don't know why he said that.
I don't know why he said that either.
You like Spit Raw
I
Sex?
known him a long time. I had to hit him up. I was like, yo, did I not know there was a last name to Spit Raw?
Yeah,
Like, what?
no,
And if you watch the video, you see me like, are you talking about? He was like, no, I said Spit
I
Raw
know,
Sex.
I
And
know.
I'm like, no.
I know.
My bad.
Wait a minute.
I had no
So
clue.
I
we're
thought-
Googling, we're
Wait a
looking up
minute.
on IG, Spit
My
Raw
bad.
Sex.
I thought somebody owed me money because somebody started a site in my old name. I was about to sue somebody.
Really?
Yeah. Like, who the fuck Spit Raw Sex about to sue that nigga?
It's crazy. It's crazy. He hit him with the porn star name and everything. It was wild, bro.
I thought you was
Wow.
Dirk Diggler in New Bedford or something. I thought you was out there slanging when he said stuff.
I ain't gonna answer questions.
But aside from that, like, one thing that me and Lamont, as 2 brothers in the community, sit down and talk about adamantly is like, we can have feelings. We can put messages on boards. We can go out and march. We have to have collective bargaining power. We have to invest together. If we do not do that, I am I'm not trying to be an alarmist. The economy has changed. Saudi Arabia just pulled out of the petrodollar.
It's not changing for us, just to let you know. It's not changing for us.
It can.
I was gonna say some work, just like you said. But just a heads up, if nobody gives a goddamn, it's not changing for us.
Oh no, it ain't
You know
gonna
how
just
hard
happen.
it is to get an apartment. You know how hard it is.
Nobody's
to get a
handing you
house?
nothing.
Yes.
Fam.
Yes.
Strategy.
Let me push back on that a little bit.
There's also tools.
I think you mean that it's not. I get what you mean, because it's always been bad for us, but it's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse. Yes,
It's gonna get worse. The distance between how long? Who got majority of the wealth? What percentage has the majority of the wealth? We've all heard this, and we just sit back and be like, "That's cool," and then we sit around and argue with each other and be like, "I'm a little less broken than you. I'm stunting. I can't even afford this joint right here, but I'm a stunt." And we know what the math is. So when we know what the math is, and it ain't adding, if the math ain't mathing, bro, we got to work together. And I know I'm saying it and it sounds easier than what it is, but you have to, the only way you can do it is by substituting your current ecosystem for an ecosystem.
Speak.
The distance between, the divide between conflict of interest and collaboration is literally just an ego. It's that person's perspective. It's whether or not they want it to be a conflict or whether or not they can understand that we can all find win-win-wins.
Sprinkle of pride. Sprinkle of pride in that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Sprinkle pride.
You need the pride in it. Absolutely.
Sprinkle of pride.
Absolutely. So again, I'm just trying to push the narrative away from like some of that, because I don't think, and I actually do think Charles understands that he is pushing. My first name's Peter. I'm not gonna say here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ranking on him. My first name's Peter. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Just the way
But
you
Charles
kept
and
saying
I know the way I be saying it. I get you. But you know, Charles is like, because I know him that way, bro. We done been out at the lake and riding on jet skis, bro. Like he's a cool guy, bro. Like that's why I was
So
really
why the hell
disappointed
did
by
you
all
say
of
you
this.
don't know him?
I don't know Mega Mills.
Yeah, we don't know Mega
who
Mills.
that was.
Like, stop the cap coming up here talking about you got contracts for the money emoji. Stop the cap.
Yeah, he does not have a contract from Walmart. I can assure you.
Stop the cap. And as much as he talks about all of that stuff, where is it? Why don't I see it? Stop the cap. Grow up. Grow up. We are too old to be capping. Our hair thinning out here, bro. Like, what are we doing?
Just told him the same thing right now. I don't gotta brush this. It's leaving.
Just leave it.
Yeah.
You see, I ain't shout, bro. I
Wake
got
up
a
and
little
hope for
chin
the
strap.
best.
That's all I can get, and that's it.
So besides
Yes.
besides your every other Thursday event, what else do you have going on?
So we have the annual festival every year that's been running for 25 years straight of Third Eye Open Festival.
Okay.
And when I got involved, we created a system, the first system in the city that was paying artists. Artists were making $100 a performance. Where are they getting that at? At the festival. Where are you getting that at?
He used to pay it.
Charles used to pay me to perform.
This guy, hey man, that was unnecessary. You know that,
Right.
You do know that was unnecessary. Right?
I mean, a fact's a fact. A fact's a fact.
Got him.
A fact's a fact. Especially when he came up here and, tried to put the smear on
He
him.
did. He did.
Okay.
So you got Gallery X with their monthly ciphers that's going on there with Hendrik Hernandez. You got Third Eye that's still holding it down there. You got us working on different things. You got Abstract Lounge that holds events every Saturday at the Vault downtown. Abstract Lounge.
Mikey.
Yep. Shout out to Mikey. Abstract is also a business owner of color in downtown that owns
bought
a
a building.
That
Yeah.
bought a building. Okay.
How hard was that?
How hard was that?
Oh,
Okay.
Shout out to
But we ain't got
WNB1.
no culture.
Real quick, shout out to WNB1 and Margarita because she
Correct.
bought a building too.
Correct. It's an ecosystem that we are trying to create, and we don't have time for people's egos getting in the way because that distracts us from getting to that bag that we have to get to. If you've never realized how more serious it is after 2020, bro, gotta wake up. Gotta wake up. I'm not gonna be so woke I'm broke, guys. We have to figure out how to get some money. Do you understand that
Nah,
page one of the tax
y'all
code?
waiting on the stimulus.
Yeah, I'm not
Y'all
waiting on the
Am I right?
stimulus.
Ain't
I'm
y'all
waiting on the stimulus,
stimulus?
bro. Nah.
Ain't y'all waiting on $600?
I'm two from the block for that.
Listen.
From the block for that.
It's right now. It's 34-3. Donald Trump's
Wait.
up on Biden.
They don't
on-
care,
on-
B, yo, bro. They don't care.
and they
don't
still
care.
think
They don't
Trump's
care.
going to
They
send them a
don't care.
stimulus. It's not going to
They don't
happen.
care.
He got to get all his people out of jail.
You don't understand that this is this guy's last 4 years. His last 4 years is not for us. It's
No.
not for us.
No.
He could do whatever he wants this last 4 years because
Whatever
he's
he
not going
wants.
back.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
anyways, we're talking too serious. You know what? Can we have a little bit of fun? You've been great.
Yeah. God, thank
Because
you.
she always asks a great question, and I know you're all about the hip hop. So for the last 2 or 3, 4 minutes, let's have a little bit of fun. Go ahead and ask them the
All
question.
right, so I need to know who your top 5 is that are alive. Biggie.
Groups too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do groups too.
Here we go.
Biggie, Pun, DMX, Pac, and Big L are excluded because
Because they're already up there. They're already up. They're already
Oh,
up.
you just made it harder.
There we go. The fam. That is
So
the
let's
point.
go. Let's go.
Rakim.
Oh, fam, he came on
Let's
right off the
go.
gate.
Right?
Go ahead.
People just do not respect LO's body of work early on.
I'll give it to
I'm
you.
taking LO. I'm just taking him.
One of the
Okay.
greatest R&B singers ever.
Bro, Sexy wasn't selling to all of, you know what I'm saying? And he was getting all the girls. I'm with that. Go get the girls. I'm married now. Chill out. I'm married, but you know what I'm saying? So Rakim, LL. Let me go West Coast. I'm going. I gotta go Snoop. Snoop's the guy. Did you take Tupac? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't take
Snoop. I gotta take Snoop.
No.
Can I do? Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going.
All right, let me give you one you wouldn't even. Redman.
Okay.
I got one more, right?
Not E up.
I want to go Midwest.
Nelly.
Big Sean.
Ooh. Y'all gave me some good ones.
Big pun. Nelly wasn't a good one. That was kind of a joke.
I'll go Underground Midwest Twister.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, his own style.
Okay.
Yeah, his own
Right.
style.
Right.
He has his own
right.
style, bro.
All right. Your top 5 groups,
Rapper, R&B, or just in general?
just in general, whoever you
No,
want.
R&B. Throw R&B group in
Naughty,
there.
naughty by nature. I might have got him.
Oh, I love Naughty Bunny. Come on, bro. That's too much.
I'm trying to get a sponsor from them.
One you wouldn't Cypress Hill.
I'll give you that. Come
Okay.
on. Hand on the pump.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna stay old school for a little bit. Fat Boys.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You just talking about them earlier.
Yeah.
Today's one of their birthdays, right?
Yep.
Happy birthday to Buff.
I didn't even know
RIP.
that. See?
Yeah.
The universe.
Happy birthday to Buff.
I need a couple more. Okay. Let me go R&B. Let me go on the R&B bag. Who is my? Oh yeah, I forgot the Tribe. Of course, the Tribe. My bad. And then, but if I'm gonna go Tribe, I gotta go Brand Nubian. So
I'm not
now
mad
we're
at that
here.
either.
Okay.
So now we're
Okay.
here. All right, and I got one left.
Gotta love me. and
He's
leave
wearing
me
it.
alone.
He's wearing it. The
I was
greatest.
gonna
The
say-
greatest
I
of
was
all
gonna
time.
say-
You know I saved that last.
I was gonna
The
say
greatest of
you're
all
not
time.
gonna say
The
that.
Woo.
Okay.
The Woo.
Do we did ask them all? You've been up here about 50 times. So okay, your top 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my top 5. I'll do my top 5 groups.
Go ahead.
Do both your top 5s.
All right, do the groups first.
Shy.
Okay.
Shy.
All right. Nah.
Yo, Shy was fired. Don't be.
Top 5 rap groups.
Color me bad.
Nope. 7-headed. Black Movement, Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, and Wu-Tang.
Okay, your top
Yeah.
five.
Seven-headed
I want that
and,
Public Enemy.
and Black Movements from New Bedford. So just showing a little culture.
Okay.
And my top 5 solo artists:
Here we go.
Charles Bossy, Charles, Mega Millions, his cousin Cece, and his sister Peaches.
Cut this shit.
Other than that, I'll be good.
Yeah.
I need to
Hey,
stop
comedy show, July 27th,
Let's
Black
go. Comedy
Sabbath.
shows right now. Comedy shows right now.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I know. July 27th.
Debut today.
Charles Bossy, we'll make you a special guest.
Correct.
Come to the comedy show. We'll let you do your freestyle, and it's funny as fuck. So we'll let you perform your
Hey,
song.
can I
It's
ask y'all a
hilarious.
question? Can I bounce a question to y'all?
Go ahead.
So he came up here and did all that. Did y'all listen to any of them tracks?
No.
How'd
Okay,
y'all feel?
no. How'd you feel?
He played
Oh,
one
he
that day.
played one that day? Oh,
How'd
I
you
don't
feel?
remember.
Yeah, I see your face.
I'm drunk.
Oh, he coughing. He coughing.
It was all right. It was all right.
All right, is the key word.
I don't remember it. I don't remember. I think I was drunk that night. How about that?
All right. All right, I'll take that.
So for you also did about a year or two ago.
Yo, this guy's gonna be pissed when he sees this video.
Nah,
you
he'll
know
be
that,
all
right? You know that, right?
He
be
can,
all
walk, he can walk up the
Listen.
street when he's downtown to my office and talk to me about it.
Stop it. Stop
774-400-8179. I'm easy to reach.
Because really, we just want to have a conversation and stop the BS.
Like, right. And that's what I told Lamar. I said, everybody
Yeah.
just needs to sit down and have a conversation to figure out how do we resolve this?
Yes.
What can we do? to
I
make
went,
this
I went
better?
by the gym to try one of his shakes. He wasn't there.
Well, again, think about. He gonna keep going.
Jesus.
Think about the
Right.
irony. I love Lamar, and that's what we do. We crack on each other. But think about the fact that again, right before we came here, we saw him, and then I looked at Lamar and said, "You see how grown we are." Because there was a time we would have missed this interview to handle that if it was a problem.
If you was grown, you would have offered him a ride.
I was going in the opposite direction.
See.
Wait.
I was going that way, bro. I was going
Let
that
me
way.
ask my last question. Okay,
All right.
so about a year or two ago, you held Versus
Yes.
between Boss City
Yep.
HD and the Real D Nation.
The Real D
Ooh,
Nation.
You going in the bag today? I like
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
you plan on doing anything like that again?
Okay, I gotta be honest with y'all. Like I will, as long as artists learn to grow their business mindset.
Okay. Yeah, but-
You
and
was onto something, though.
Business, music, business.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists don't.
They don't put the
They
two
gotta be
together.
How you
together.
said we need to invest in ourselves?
Yeah.
A lot of these artists need to invest in themselves.
Yeah.
And they're not doing that. They need
Yeah, I'm
to
not doing
get out.
charity no more. I've done it for a decade. Lamont, no. I didn't
Right.
put hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm not even trying to be like on that. I
If
literally
you're wasting
care
money on that, I mean, we really do got something going there.
to
We
put out. But I just
spend
told you
money
about
on-
30 billion. Yo, I'm telling you right now, you do. I'm telling y'all,
Listen,
like
if
this
you
is. I'm
wasting
transparent.
100,000, we
I'm
got something
transparent.
going here.
If the franchise report decided to do 10 a segment about green energy, you're getting checks.
I'm saying, but what are we waiting for?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
what
are we
right.
waiting
We
We
can
just
do
came
that.
here to tell you that today.
We can do that.
What are we waiting
That's
for?
what we came to tell you.
Come on.
I need
All right, so let's wrap this
PSA.
up. Drop your socials.
Yes.
Drop your socials.
Wait, I need to know. So you're not going to do anything like that again unless.
I'll consider it,
Okay.
but it's got to be the right two artists with the right mindset. It can't be this.
It's got to be profitable also.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Because we did that. It was great. But then the blowout afterwards, they didn't keep it WWE for the verses. They wanted to take it outside afterwards. And that's why I'm like, come on, guys. We just had a great thing. It worked.
Right.
And now
right.
I'm too conscious. Unfortunately, I got too conscious to keep moving forward, knowing what it'll turn into, or if you trick me out my space.
Right. Well, I mean, I've seen your growth. I'm going to say I've seen your growth since I knew it's it was probably about 2011 around that time. But your wife's beautiful. Your kids are
Thank you,
beautiful.
thank
I
you.
love how you interact online. When Marky and Mike are doing their little lives,
Yes.
you're always chiming in.
Yep.
When Jason's doing
Yes.
his lives, you chime in. So keep up the great energy.
Nah, I
within the
appreciate
culture.
you.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And thank you for coming to be positive today.
Yes, no, of course, always. Yo, that's what we got to be on, man. And like, yo, we can get at each other. But where's
what?
the follow-up?
Or why?
Where's the
Okay.
follow-up? It don't got to be a pull-up. We can follow up.
And there it is. Now, best way to find you?
So check it out. I'm here representing Windworks because I wanted to get y'all to the money, but I have my own company. It's called Manta Consultant. So you can go to mantaconsultants.com. You can check me out at Lonelle Walker on Instagram. Again, just go check out everything. You see the Windworks shirt. It's been here all day, so go check that out. Any of those platforms you can find me. I'm going to connect you to a bag.
Yep.
Bird?
Saturday, July 27th, the Comedy Quarterly Eventbrite. Tickets are on there. Yo, it's gonna be crazy.
And there it is.
Oh,
First
and
of all-
I sell cars too. Sorry.
Yeah,
What?
he does sell cars. He does sell cars.
Lonelle's about to throw. You about to spit 16 for us?
What you talking about?
What?
I thought I heard.
I thought we had artists in the building for that.
Yeah.
First of all, family, greatly appreciate you coming through. Energy's dope. Your message is dope. You sound like a super intelligent person.
Very.
Somebody that not just me, but others can learn from also. I just need you to do me one more favor.
Yes, sir.
And look into that camera and tell that lovely wife that you love her.
Yo, you, brother, you getting me. You know what I'm saying? Brother, I'm looking at both. Yeah, baby, you know it. I'm coming home, baby. I'm coming home. Yeah, I got her tattooed on my back, breastfeeding my daughter as the goddess Oshun. We ain't playing around here.
Oh, fam, he is
Yeah,
not
yeah,
playing.
we ain't playing around here.
He was ready for that question.
Ladies and gentlemen, came through, shut it down. The one, the only Lionel Walker in the building. Windworks, Herford, what up?
Let's go.